Hi, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. I'm going to talk about deciphering between lies and things. I'm going to share an experience I had this morning, and it's important to stay on our guard. So, before I get into that, I'm going to invite you to check out the link in the comments below to click on that link, and it is the link to my book, You Are Made to Heal Spiritually, Emotionally, Mentally, and Physically. Uh, it is just my journey into going from a poor mindset for 30 plus years into healing spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And I am still healing spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically on the daily basis, right? Your job of healing is never done. We have a lot, each and every one of us individually have a lot of healing to do, not only on behalf of ourselves, but on behalf of past generations, just getting rid of the junk that has been generations and generations back. So it's important that we are working on that. And my book was written for the intent of all teens and all adults alike that want to be on this healing journey, or maybe you already are on your healing journey, but it just gives out of the box ideas. When I hit rock bottom, the ideas that I got from God and Christ themselves, I just feel like I was directed by them on this beautiful healing journey. So now I'm going to share what I'm going to talk about today, because there are so many people out there in the world today that want to take advantage of you. They are just wolves, and wolves that approach you in a sheep manner, right? Like they're there to do good. They're there to help you. Oh yes, let me help you. And in actuality, they are taking advantage of you. I happen to be the recipient of a scam thing that took place, and I just need to be more on my game on my emails, and I just fell victim, and I felt this small, like beating myself up, going, I should have known better. Oh my gosh, I was scammed, 12 years ago, and it was in a complete different manner, but I fell for it. And today I fell for it again, and I'm just beating myself up. And I remember calling my bank and talking to my bank, and they were like, it's okay. It happens to the best of us, and it happens to everybody. And you actually caught it in the right time. Like, you did great what you did. So your plan of actions that you took, so you did good. So, but it doesn't make me feel better. It just upset me. It shook me to the core, and it upset me. I was just shaking and so upset. And it happens. It happens to the best of us. So just know, like, no matter how much good you want to put out into the world, you just think you're going to get it back everywhere, every which way. But it just shows right there, we need to stay on guard. So that's what I want to talk about, staying on guard. And sometimes I feel like I fall behind, I fall back. Um, I backslide. The last few weeks I felt like I've taken a backslide, which means I feel all this progression taking place. And then I feel this backslide to where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is something that I would have said 10, 15 years ago. This isn't who I am. But the difference is being in an awareness at all times, having that awareness, and inviting God and Christ in your life on the daily, every day, having them to the side of you, helping you fight your battles. And honestly, that's how I feel like I was able to prevent the scamming to take place any further. Something in my gut was like, this isn't right. This is wrong. Like, get out. And I followed that. I followed that intuition, and I got out. But I think I was far enough into it to where I called my bank going, I think I'm in trouble. This is what happened. I need to report fraud. And we were able to take care of it, and it worked out. But afterwards, I was so upset, and it just upset my day. And nobody likes to feel like they've been taken advantage of. And then, just feeling this small, because it's like, I fell for that. Wow. Like, So just letting you know, it happens to the best of us. That's what the bank personnel told me. And I did feel dumb, but at the same time, it's like we can't be so hard on ourselves. It's just realizing that we have that awareness and we need to stay in our awareness. We need to, that is why it's so important to have connection with God and Christ through prayer. And we keep that connection, because if we don't have that connection, then we are not going to know when we are being scammed, or we're not going to know when we're being lied to, or when we're being taken advantage of. We are not going to be as in tune. It is so important to be in tune, to be able to recognize and just be able to move forward in a healthy way. So that is just my word of advice today, is we can do all the good things we want in this world, but it doesn't keep others from doing good either. I mean, it doesn't mean just because we give out good and are trying the best in our hemisphere or our little part of the world, it doesn't guarantee that everybody else around us or halfway across the world are going to be doing this thing. They don't care. They don't care about your well-being, or they don't care if it drains your bank account. They don't care that it causes you stress. But it is so important to be aware, follow that gut instinct and act upon it, and act upon it fast. And it's important to not allow yourself to get caught up in the the lies and the things of this world that can so easily send us on a downward spiral, whether it's emotionally, financially, physically, however it is that we feel like we get taken advantage of at times. So that's why that is so important. Our connection with God and Christ are so important. And stay true, stay strong, and it's important to keep your thoughts in a healing way, and to, if you're feeling uneasiness within your body, to get rid of. It's important to always recognize those emotions that you have, recognize what's going on inside you physically, and pay attention to that and take care of that. Because if we don't take care of that, we are just going to attract. And I honestly, truth be told, I think I attracted that into my life today. I know some of you might be like, well, that just happens. It happens to everybody all the time, a lot. But I felt like I've been on this backslide the last few weeks. I feel like I've allowed myself to fall into old habit patterns that I left that I feel like I've been really healing from and moving forward from. But that's when we can't let pride creep in, and we can't go, oh, we're good here. We don't need to worry about this, because we have to stay on guard. And that is my word today. Stay on guard when you are on your healing journey. Stay on guard. Don't ever think, oh, well, I've learned how to respond with kindness and patience, so I'm good there. I don't have to worry about that. No. When we think it's when we think we're doing so good that the devil will sneak in so slyly and go, yeah, you think you've got it, but I'm going to throw in this and this, and we'll see how you do, or whatever. I just believe we have these challenges. And so I feel like I've been on this backslide, and when we allow ourselves to get into the worry mode, or the thoughts that keep going that aren't in line with our higher self, we become uneasy, whatever it is, then we are setting ourselves up for that kind of energy to enter our lives. And energy is huge. It's so important to stay on guard, keep those thoughts going good, staying strong, so that we can be aware of when we are being taken advantage of. We can be aware of deception that will and does come into our lives almost on the daily, through billboards or books or the internet, social media, whatever we come across. We need to be able to decipher. And it's important that we don't get so full of pride going, oh, I'm good there. I don't need to worry about that part, because because we all don't have anything everything figured out. So it's important to be able to recognize that pride when it's creeping up in us and to squash it and to have that awareness of being on guard and making sure you have that connection and paying attention to those feelings and those emotions, because we do attract what we bring into our world. So if we're bringing stress and these thoughts of uneasiness and not feeling very well, we are going to attract that kind of stuff into our lives. And so when you have those feelings of not feeling very good, uneasy, maybe stomach issues, or maybe, you're breaking out in hives or stressing out or having anxiety, it's important to get your mind out of that. And believe you me, it takes the help of God and Christ. And I do have lots of ideas that I share, the things that I've done in my book that has helped me on my journey. But it's important to keep that in mind and that focus and that healing, and to not give up or slacken off, and to recognize and have that awareness of, oh, I need to get back on track, and I need to make sure that I'm not, we need to make sure that we are not putting ourselves in a vulnerable situation spiritually, emotionally, mentally, or physically. We are in control more than we even realize. We think a lot of things we cannot control in our world, but I'm telling you, we can control a lot of things. And it's more of our world here, what's going on in our mind and in our heart. When we focus on controlling them and getting them, our heart and mind, in a healthy space, then the amount of healing that can take place is incredible. And there is healing for anyone who is searching that and seeking that. So God bless. Please like and subscribe to my channel and share it with others. I would love for it to grow organically. It's my journey. It's my mission to help others to grow spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically, because I was stuck for so long. And just to know that, I would, anytime I would backslide in my unhealthy thinking, thinking for 30 plus years, I would backslide, and I would just feel like I was in despair mode, because I just felt like it wasn't worth it. Nothing I did or nothing I would try would ever work anyway, or would do me any good. But now that I'm in my mindset of strong, I am in control, and I can actually recognize things and have that awareness to stop whatever is in my energy field. I can stop that and put a change to that, so that I can move forward in a healthier manner. And we all have that control. We have the control to change our thoughts from a negative thought to a better thought. Oh, I just thought of that and that wasn't very kind, or I'm not being very nice to myself with those thoughts, or whatever it is that's stopping us. We have that control to make changes within ourselves. We cannot control others outside us or situations outside us, and that's not our job. Our job is to control how we react to what is going on, and it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of vulnerability, and a lot of humility and submission, and connecting with God and Christ. And I promise you, when we have that connection with them, they will lead us. They will let us know. They will let us know of the deception that's taken place. But if we're not going to have that connection, then we won't know of being taken advantage of until it's too late. And so God bless. And until next time, we'll be in touch. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.